I gotta look. So Matt, you're bringing this dog thing to life. Do you mind?
You're making that big, bro.
Yeah, he's going all in.
Yeah, but they're gonna put like 8 or 9 characters in here.
We are. Just a big fucking dog.
Look at that. That's so
I
cool.
do have the jackrabbit smoking the cigar.
That's what I mean. Like,
I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that right here.
I think
actually.
we should go bigger for this wall, and we can do a bunch of little crazy stuff down here.
Yeah, you're going down to the bench too, right? That's the idea.
Bench, maybe the floor.
Oh,
maybe,
that would be so cool.
Maybe the ceiling.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know.
if you bring it from like floor to ceiling, now you've done something completely different.
And these are kind of cool too, because with a bunch of artists and bands and stuff coming through here, you know, these kind of things just turn into an ongoing project, to where you get an artist come in and they're like, oh, can I toss something up on that wall or whatever? So you get a lot of
Damn right.
you get a lot of, you know, different styles, and it's almost flavored by the town. Seasoned,
I like that.
right? Like seasoned by the town, I guess. Man, that's
That's a little less Guy Fieri, but he will be in town though. I don't know if you guys knew that he will be in town this week. But anyway, yeah.
God, I missed Andy Bourdain.
The idea is you let the musicians and the artists come in, and then they contribute, and then they leave their mark, and that's kind of really cool, man.
But that's the cool part, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're building a place like this. Is even if someone comes in and, like, you know, just paints a wall and doesn't even do a mural or anything, you're still part of that place.
Yeah.
Right? You still did something, so it's very, you know, adamant about that, you know, hand contact, I guess, of like pen to paper, or brush to canvas, or, you know, wherever it goes, because...
So can I ask you a little bit about, because we've talked about this on and off, and your eyes light up every time, but you have some ideas on how you see this growing and where you want to take this.
Definitely, this was stage one, you know, was getting this together and having it go. But the original idea was, and you know, the same idea, I guess, going is, this is something that is cool, and this is something that can kind of spread, you know. So we want to branch off into kind of our own art lodge, right?
Okay.
So membership kind of deal and everything as well, you know, like a VFW hall almost. But you know, if we can get this concept working, and then we can start branching off, and you know, we can do a Flagstaff one, there can be a Tucson one, Bisbee, Colorado, California, Tokyo, London, Chicago, you know. It's that kind of cool thing, is once you get that started and you get that wheel rolling, you allow the opportunity for other people to open their own. And then it's cool because it's unique to each city, because that's the local artists that are doing it. So it's not always going to be the same, but I guess the grand vision is, you know, in 10 years, I would love to be able to go traveling the country or whatever and stop at different art lodges. And you know, you're always going to come in and you're always going to see something cool. There's going to be something going on. And it opens up so many jobs, and it opens up so many opportunities for someone to be like, hey, I want to do this program. What do you think? Cool, we got the backing for you. You know, like, let's do this. Let's get it moving. So it's really, you know, the whole point was connecting people together, and you know, giving a space to be creative, and giving a space for those ideas to really blossom, and you know, actually maybe even become something that you can make a living off of.
Oh, for sure.
You know, as opposed. So, you know, the more connection and the more you can kind of get out here, you know, it's like a ripple effect, you know, in water. If you toss one pebble into the pond and then you hit another one and another one, another one, eventually all those ripples are going to bounce off each other.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing right there.
Now that is, I totally see where you're coming from on that perspective. That's why I'm excited to hear that you want to take this and make it a model that can be not only like statewide, but you want to make sure it's cohesive, like nationally, and that people feel a sense of connection and I don't know, an identity and a space to their...
For sure, and it sucks because the art spaces are always the first to go.
Yeah.
In school, in government, and you know, wherever, and that's always kind of baffled me, because it's like...
why that is. I don't know if anyone has any working theories on that.
Yeah, I just priorities and a different mindset. But to me, I think the arts and the music and that kind of culture is the priority to the city, because I've never been to a city and been like, oh man, it's got really nice government buildings, and look at all those Taco Bells, and look at all, you know, I really like that corporate stuff. You know, you go to cities, and the ones you remember are the ones with flavor, the ones that, you know, have all those cool things going down. And you know, kind of all around, and that's what really makes it. And
Yeah.
we're kind of at an interesting time in Arizona right now too, especially in Tempe, where city's only a little over 100 years old, you
Yeah,
know, and it's
yeah.
on the boom right now. So we're kind of in this cool thing to where, you know, all the old venues and stuff kind of shut down. It left this kind of, you know, empty void, and you know, communities kind of stepped up to fill it, and now it's this new scene kind of growing with the city as well.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool opportunity, you know, to almost have a say and kind of shape where the art scene goes.
And I think that's what you guys are doing.
Hopefully, you know, but not even.
I think you've already started doing it.
But not even us right here. You know where we're at in Deno Plaza, like. You know, you've been around, man. Like this whole thing, it's all local. All the art that's over on the other side, like, you know, the community of this side of town is really trying to work this place up together because it's like the last stronghold of Tempe.
Yeah,
right? Where
yeah, there's-
it is a big parking lot that actually accepts art and lets you paint on buildings and stuff. So it's really important. But again, it's turning cool every year.
Yeah,
you know
no,
that
there are so many murals. I went out there, and again, it's just like this space in here. So much has been changing in just the last couple months. You like, no one is bored. Everyone's like working.
right, and
Make
it's
stuff.
it's you know, kind of a cool time. You know, it's a shitty time because of COVID and everything that happened. But it, you know, on the positive side of that,
That's what makes stronger people.
it has, man. You know, like it's brought connection together. People have had time to actually work on their stuff.
Yeah.
Artists have something to actually write and paint about now.
Yep.
You know, it's trying times brings great art, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of cool that everyone's had the time to have the project, because everyone I talk to now is like, hey, this project I've been working on for 3 years is finally coming together, and oh, I got this idea, and it's kind of a special time too, and magical almost, it feels like, because it's like everyone's projects are all coming together at the same time.
I've noticed that.
Right, which is
Synchronicity.
even with you guys, you
Yeah,
know,
I know,
like you're
we're-
getting off too, and I think what you're doing is
Synchronizing,
rad. So like, it's a cool time because everyone's working together, and if everyone's bringing their stuff together and lifting everyone up at the same time, like
That's what lands in.
all those voices are gonna make a difference and make
Yeah.
a scene, you know. And I'm really looking forward to what 2021 or even the end of 20 is gonna.
It's gonna
We're
be wild.
past 20.
We're past. I don't think anyone wants to
That's
go
where
back
I'm
to
at right now.
Yeah. As soon as this 2020 is over.
Yeah. We just got to get through 2020. We'll be all right. You know, but and going into 2022, like,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Oh, for sure.
And I really, I guess in my heart, I feel like it's gonna be some unique stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess I'm just excited about it.
I don't blame you. I am. I think just as excited because and to speak a little bit to what you were saying earlier, like the psychology of like city buildings and city spaces. Like I think there's a bit of a brutalist or very cold texture to it, and I wonder what that does to people's like psyches. Versus looking at creatively designed places, or
Right.
artistic spaces. Does that change people's moods and outlooks on life, or even how they view their city?
I mean, I think most definitely.
Yeah.
Like it's your surroundings, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it
if
should-
you're in a very cold, bitter, gray surrounding, like
Yeah.
of course you're gonna feel cold and bitter.
So I'm wondering if movements like this and what you guys are working towards here, I wonder if that'll inspire cities to look at like their layouts and say, yeah, how can we incorporate more of that look that we see at Deno Plaza?
Right.
How do we allow? I mean, I went downtown Phoenix the other day, just to check out, see what's going on, and there are murals all over. Like, there are so many murals, and it looks amazing. I mean,
Yeah,
every building has a color.
They
Texture.
have less restrictions
Yeah.
in Phoenix, and that's why they're able to do it.
It's wild. I mean, I was looking at that. Like, if everything looked like that around here, like, and just a few less construction sites, I mean, you'd have a lovely, vibrant-looking space.
Yeah, definitely. But I would say if you don't like your scene, change it.
Yeah.
It's not up. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, but it's up to the people. It's up to the residents to like show them and be like, this is what we want
This
to
is
do.
what we're trying to do. Yeah.
And unfortunately, if you're just one person, it's hard. But if you
Sucks.
get everyone together, like they will listen. It's just need to make it known that this stuff is important.
Yeah.
Like, this stuff means something, and it needs to be saved. So,
Yeah.
and with every music venue and festival and everything like that
Yeah.
shutting down last year.
That was what I mean. I bet you probably felt that more than I did.
For sure, man.
Wild,
But it's just been a struggle, and that's what we were trying to do, and we kind of moved around, and we're like, okay, well, we'll do streaming if we can't have big shows.
Right.
Still getting something to where you know, keep it alive.
Sure.
Because if you don't keep it alive and it dies, like,
Yeah,
it's not a good thing.
No,
And
nope.
we have such a cool thing now that, you know, again, I think it's very important to, you know, push it forward.
Well, I think there's some reassurance there that because you have such an honest, genuine thing going, that it will be. I mean, it'll suck during certain times, but it'll be hard to actually kill it. I think entirely because it's genuine. It's an honest attempt at something, and those are hard to kill. You can try, but those are tough.
Right, and you know, like, again, this thing kind of started off as one thing and then popped to another. It's, you know, nobody's fighting change. Change kind of needs to come, but it's, you know, as long as we're still here, you know, through the change.
As long as you're still painting, man. Yeah. What do you think about over here? I saw you here lurking.
Yeah, I just need to take a step back. Sometimes you're up close, it's hard to see everything.
Yeah.
Life lesson, I guess.
That is a great, that's deep. I mean, Matt's been getting deep, but that was pretty, that was up there as well. Wait, down there? I don't know. But, okay, so you're just thinking about next moves?
Yeah, screw the javelina. I'm going to do a jackrabbit who's...
I saw it here a little bit.
Yeah, who's hanging around behind this cactus.
Okay, he's got a hat?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, like Bugs Bunny, except with a hat.
Okay, I dig it. I don't,
Or, I mean, you know, it's more like the Michael Jackson Moonwalker movie.
Oh, what was that?
The rabbit who's on the motorcycle.
Yeah, Neo or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna get that right, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, cool, man. I keep an eye on that for sure. Real quick, I wanted to plug the stream you guys have again at 8. So you said that's on Twitch?
It's going to be on our Twitch TV, so Unity Through Community, Twitch TV.
Okay.
You can tune in, check that out.
8 p.m. to midnight, correct?
That's right. That's right. And then we upload them later in the week too, so you can go back on our Twitch account and you can still watch them too. And but yeah, lots of cool stuff. And you know, this whole thing that we do the whole night, these guys, you know, always do it for free, and it's always as a fundraiser too to keep this place going. And you know, as that builds as well. So it's cool to get the different, you know, communities. So you got the EDM community, you got the rock community, you got the hip hop community, you know, so many. Yeah. But everyone loves each other, man. Like, I don't know, and everyone supports, and there's so much collaboration that goes on. It makes me smile, as you can see. I always get permagrin talking about it because it's damn cool.
Yeah, people have to come and check this out. Now, if people want to come and check this out, how should they approach said
I would contact us, because right now during COVID, we have to operate at very, very small capacity. So what we do now through all this is either band rehearsals, streams. We do some small like private party shows and everything too, so under a certain amount of people. But we put stuff up on our Facebook, we put stuff up on our Instagram. It's just Unity Through on both of those. Okay. But you have to be quick.
Yeah, is it fast?
It sells out within a day usually, you know, because there's only a limited amount. Yeah, so it's...
Wow, though. That's
but it's kind of cool. Keeps it underground, keeps it really intimate, keeps it, you know, keeps that speakeasy vibe, I guess.
So say you're like an up-and-coming local band, and you're trying to find maybe like a first-time gig or something. Like, how would you, if someone came to you with that, like, how would that...
I would give everyone a shot, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, it's, we go through our schedule and stuff, but again, that's the point of this, right? Yeah. It's not just be like, oh, we're only doing veterans and people that have been here. Like, it's to inspire, it's to give everyone. But when you have that fresh bands in there, and you know, the ones that suck the first year, but then they practice for 2 years and they're awesome, and they got their start here.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
They got their start here, you know, and it was nurtured and everything as well. So that's, you know, not discouraging people from, like, you know, going. And I've always hated the snooty.
That's usually what people encounter, so I think it's good that you make sure that's not the case. Right. That's fantastic.
Now, again, it kind of sucks if you're not quick enough and you miss out on a lot of stuff, but yeah, just message us if you ever, you know, shows, anything like that. Even just ideas. We're gonna get burlesque going in here.
Oh, wow.
You know,
if you did like a battle of the bands or anything yet.
It's this blank canvas where we can do anything essentially, and it's a nice, cool little spot. So completely open. Theater in here would be absolutely awesome. You know, small comedy in here. And I don't know.
Dinner theater.
Dinner theater. That was
Dinner theater,
that was the idea,
you know,
when we had the big space.
You know, who did Luke kill? You know, type of thing or whatever.
Yep. You would never know.
You'd never know. You wouldn't tell us. Oh my God, that laugh was perfect.
I'd know. You just smile. Like, Lucas, did you kill this guy?
No.
No, of course I didn't do it. I wish that was someone else, obviously.